1.
First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you for joining us. We are here today talking about the Amber Alert that has been issued for 1-year-old Roman Huizar. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a picture right here. What our goal is right now is just to kind of give you a bit of a recap on what we know so far about this ongoing situation. And then we also have Julia C. Lopez, who was at the press conference that just happened with the West Richland Police Department. So as you can see right there, that is Elias Huizar. There is a national arrest warrant issued for him in regards to this case and the accusation of murder of his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez. To give you just a little bit of a timeline on this, a lot of this started taking place yesterday. Now, Elias Huizar is a former police officer for Yakima, and he was also recently arrested, accused of the rape of a 16-year-old girlfriend. We're going to get some more details on that here in a little bit. There's a lot of details here. So going along that timeline, he was arrested. He had posted a $200,000 bail after his arrest, and that rape case was pending. At the same time, his ex-wife, Amber Rodriguez, had filed a restraining order against him on behalf of herself and their 2 sons, age 5 and 8. Amber Rodriguez was found dead on Monday outside of William Wiley Elementary School. Elias Huizar is believed to be in possession of Roman Huizar right there, the 1-year-old boy. And last night, early on Tuesday morning, around 1 a.m. He was possibly spotted in North Portland outside of a plaid pantry. He since fled before police arrived. This nationwide arrest warrant is out there for him. There is the Amber Alert right here. I will say of note, the vehicle description has changed a couple of times over the last several hours, but as of right now, that is what they're saying there. A silver 2009, at least Toyota, Washington license plate CBZ 4745. Then we'll get into those details just a little bit more, but that's giving you just the brief synopsis there of what's happening so far. Joining us right now, we've got Julia. And Julia, thank you for being here. You know, I know there's a lot that you're going through right now too on reporting on this, but you were just there at that press conference. And I guess, can you maybe fill in some of the details that I might be missing right there of just what they talked about at that press conference?
Of course. Well, you hit a lot of the details that we're still learning here as well. Something that the press conference did shed some light on was Elias Huizar's work within the Wiley School District in Washington, which is, according to the court documents, a big part of his background. We heard from the superintendent of the school district that he had begun working as a substitute teacher just the year he resigned from the Yakima Police Department, as he was under investigation for misconduct in that department. We were also told that he was a school resource officer in the years before he began substitute teaching within the Wiley School District. So that was one big thing that we got from the press conference, was we were able to hear from school leaders for the first time, who also say that students of Wiley Elementary School will be returning back to school tomorrow. There was a lot of talk about school security and how to keep families safe from domestic violence incidents such as this one. We were told that the security across the state will be increasing following this incident.
So,
again, obviously.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Sorry, it's a lot of information too that we have.
It's a lot.
And I may not have mentioned this at the beginning, just to be remiss of that. I talked about the rape charge with the 16-year-old that he's being accused of raping, but she is also the friend of his actual 17-year-old girlfriend, who was also found dead. And so that is 2 different women. So just to clarify that, so there's Amber Rodriguez, the ex-wife, and then the 17-year-old also found dead in her apartment, I believe. So so much happening right there. So when you were at the conference, you mentioned that the kids are going to be going back to school tomorrow. So did they talk about where they think he could possibly be? I know there was the sighting in North Portland, allegedly, last night, so making his way from there to here, if that turns out to be true. Any other details that they provided on that?
Well, they said that the sighting in North Portland was the last reported sighting of Huizar, and as of right now, they weren't able to divulge any information as to not compromise their investigation as to where he might be. They maintained that they believe he's heading to Mexico, but that they cannot say why exactly. So as far as we know, the last time he was seen was in North Portland late last night. And going back to, as you said, the rape charges and the investigations involving two different, the 16-year-old girl and the 17-year-old, we also did learn, or we had this confirmed for the first time, excuse me, that Roman, the 1-year-old that he is accused of kidnapping, is his 1-year-old son with his 17-year-old girlfriend. We did ask about his two children with Amber Rodriguez, and we were not able to learn whether they were safe or not. A lot was left unsaid, honestly, at the press conference, as even the rape charges are under investigation still. So even though we have this warrant out nationally for the kidnapping charge, we're still investigating everything that happened in the years prior, including that rape charge. Nothing is confirmed yet. The police department is still putting in all of that work.
So a lot to find out still then about what's going on. And it did seem they were a little bit circumspect. One thing that I noticed and other people were noticing too is about the vehicle and what vehicle he was driving. There were conflicting reports about that, and it didn't seem like there was much clarification on that, unless I'm wrong and I missed something. But it seemed like they were being a little bit circumspect on that too, other than saying a silver Toyota.
Exactly. And as you mentioned, that has changed a few times over the past few hours, but we were told that the information in the Amber Alert continues to be the most accurate information out there. So to continue looking for that silver Toyota, that at this point, this is where the vehicle they believe he's in.
Okay. And just final thing here too, any idea or any indication as far as what's next in the investigation? Obviously, they can't give away everything that's going on, but any kind of word for the public of what people should look out for or be wary of?
Again, they say keep looking to the Amber Alert. Although much information has been spread out there, they say that remains the most current and most accurate thing that the public should be looking out for, that silver Toyota and the description of Huizar and Roman that are in that Amber Alert. Police say that they are following many different leads and that they have the Amber Alert going out all across the West Coast, so they remain hopeful that they'll be able to intercept Huizar and bring Roman home safe. We don't know what those leads are, but just that the investigation's ongoing. They say they're following every single lead and using all resources possible.
Well, Julia, thank you very much for joining us and sharing that info and being there at the press conference to find out what's going on. Clearly, a very much active situation, as the police said, active investigation. This is developing. More information will be coming out. We'll certainly get that to everybody as soon as we get it. And I've got a little bit more info I'll share with everyone, but Julia, we'll let you get on your way because I'm sure you've got a lot to do there as you're out reporting. Thanks so much for joining us here.
Great. Thank you, Greg.
You bet. And so for everyone, so what I will take a look at here is there were some more details that did come through in that, let me get this set up here since we are live right now. And we're taking a look at some of the court documents that did come out. So I was just going to give you a little bit of that history. So again, everything that we know. So according to court documents, Huizar had entered a not guilty plea on charges of child rape in February. He was dating a 17-year-old who was the mother of 1-year-old Roman. That 17-year-old is presumed to be the other, the child who was also found dead, in addition to Amber Rodriguez. His 17-year-old girlfriend's 16-year-old friend accused Elias of raping her. So again, this is information that we're gleaning from these court documents that were just released a couple hours ago. So just sharing with you some of the info that we have from that. A lot of information coming out, a lot of this changing as we go through, but these court documents are accurate. Allegedly, Elias met his girlfriend. So this is, again, Elias Huizar. He allegedly met his now 17-year-old girlfriend, previous 17-year-old girlfriend, when he was working as a school resource officer at her middle school. So let's clarify that. She was in middle school. That's when he met her. He was working as a school resource officer. They reconnected when she was the age of 15 years old and began a sexual relationship. She became pregnant. She had Roman when she was 16, and she has not been named because she is a minor. So that's a little bit of the history of Elias Huizar and this 17-year-old girl who was found dead. Again, Elias Huizar himself is 39 years old. He's described as 5'6". I'll go ahead and pull up these images again. There is Roman Huizar, the 1-year-old who's missing, and Elias Huizar, described as 5'6" tall, 170 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. And that is why this Amber Alert was issued, so that because it's believed that he does have Roman. So again, so much information happening. We're trying to get all of this to you as quickly as we can, but that is what police are saying to look out for, the information there on that Amber Alert. He is suspected to be dangerous, and he is suspected of, as it says there, murdering his ex-wife and girlfriend with the 1-year-old child missing. They believe he might be heading to Mexico. So this is, as Julia just mentioned, a West Coast-wide Amber Alert right now with a nationwide arrest warrant out for Elias Huizar. And we'll be continuing to obviously follow this situation and follow the information that we're given. We had some information from that police press conference. Some of it was a little bit circumspect as far as what they were saying, because as they mentioned, it's an active investigation, and I'm sure there were reasons for that. But we will be bringing you all the information that we get as soon as we can. And I just encourage you to follow at kptv.com. We'll certainly have breaking news alerts, and throughout our news programs for the rest of the afternoon, we will be covering this and getting you the information as soon as we get it. To follow up on all these details, though, that I just said, we've got articles at kptv.com that you can take a look at if you want to dig further into that on your own. And for now, though, that's where we're at. This is pretty much everything that we know as far as this investigation and this Amber Alert. And I'll leave you with the image of this Amber Alert just one more time as we sign off. But thank you for joining us. This is Fox 12 Now.